Hello guys, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver 2. I'm Dragon, and in the last episode we took on the Light Spirit Forge. Sorry guys, it's been a little while. And we managed to get here the Light Reaver. So now we can, since I remember how to do everything, we can now activate these gems. So now we can get back inside the fortress, and we're going to go back to the time streaming chamber we saw in the first episode, because we want to go talk to Yanos Forger. Alright. Swimming. Best power in the game. There's definitely one of them. That's interesting. There's a light fountain over there. I wonder where there's a light fountain. I'll probably determine, yeah, I guess to open it back up. I forgot it closes behind you. Alright. Let's go ahead and turn that off.
There it is.
That's F. Give me your soul, then give me your sword. There we go. I do believe I must fight these people. I can't see what I'm doing. Come on, get away from the wall, Raziel. Make this more difficult for everybody. Including me. I am not dodging today. There we go. Hurry up and give me your soul. And at least some health back. I'm not too far away from it now. How do you keep hitting me before I can hit you? Yummy. Alright, so we're back in the cathedral now. Ooh. Why do you have guns? Are guns usually effective against vampires? There aren't any werewolves. I'm never gonna get this soul. That's right, you come here. I have no idea what the heck happened there. I seem to have magically transported.
Show yourself, Kain.
Here, Raziel. Everything is decided here. You cannot comprehend the magnitude, the rapture and the tragedy of this moment. And yet you must. If Nosgoth is to be dragged from the wreckage of its damnation.
I understand only this, Kain. That you and Mobius have impelled me to this moment simply means I can trust neither of you. I don't know who's pulling the strings. It no longer matters, because I'm cutting them. I set my own course from here.
If it were only that simple.
Your fatalism is tiresome, Kain.
And profoundly ingrained, Raziel. You must understand, our presence here doesn't alter history. You and I meet here because we are compelled to. We have always met here. History is irredeemable. Drop a stone into a rushing river. The current simply courses around it and flows on as if the obstruction were never there. You and I are pebbles, Raziel, and have even less hope of disrupting the time stream. The continuum of history is simply too strong, too resilient. Except, then how do we explain William here? The beloved boy king turned tyrant. In my youth, I witnessed William's rise to power and his transformation into the nemesis who laid waste to Nosgoth.
Keep your distance, Kain.
Years later, I stumble upon a chance to journey back in history, unaware that the entire affair has been carefully orchestrated by Mobius. In my wisdom, I seize this opportunity to murder the young king before he can ravage Nosgoth, and thereby provide the catalyst Mobius needs to ignite a genocidal war against our race.
I warn you, no further.
This one reckless act unravels the skein of history. The nemesis never becomes the nemesis. William dies a martyred saint. I, the vampire assassin, become the author of my own species' extinction, and Mobius profits from it all. I destroyed a tyrant only to create one far worse. But how can it be so? How, if history is immutable? The answer is here in this room, Raziel. Mobius propelled William and me together, but ensured first that we were both armed with the Soul Reaver. The Reaver is the key. Two incarnations of the blade meet in time and space. A paradox is created, a temporal distortion powerful enough to derail history.
Is this your sorcery?
Not mine, Raziel. Yours. You have nothing to fear from me, Raziel. You hold all of the cards.
Then perhaps I should test your sincerity. If what you say is true, you should be terrified. I could kill you here and now.
And so you do, Raziel.
What's happening?
We're hurtling towards our destinies, Raziel. What you feel is the pull of history rushing to meet us. This is where history and destiny collide. If you truly believe in free will, Raziel, now is the time to prove it. Kill me now, and we both become pawns of history, dragged down the path of an artificial destiny. I was ordained to assume the role of Balance Guardian in Nosgoth, while you were destined to be its savior. But the map of my fate was redrawn by Mobius, and so in turn was yours.
This is madness!
Fight it, Raziel. This moment does not have to be an ending. It can become a prelude. I can't. You can, Raziel. Look inside and see that it is so. You have the power to reshape our inevitable futures. Poor William.
What is this?
History abhors a paradox, Raziel. Even now, the time stream strains to divert itself, finding its old course blocked by your refusal to destroy me. The future is reshuffling itself to accommodate your monumental decision. This is where we restore ourselves, Raziel, and reclaim our intended destinies. It may yet be possible for me to assume my role as Balance Guardian and return the pillars to their rightful inheritors.
To the vampires. And this is the destiny you have urged me to discover. I don't know what game you and Mobius are playing, Kain. I refuse to be your pawn. Unlike you, I still revere whatever shred of humanity I've managed to preserve. You will not use me as the instrument of your messianic delusions.
Very well, Raziel. I'll not ask you to trust me. Your truths are for you to discover alone.
Humble words for one who presumes to teach me a lesson at every turn.
Then continue your journey and learn your own lessons, Raziel. Remember, Mobius led you here, but you walk away unfettered. A champion of free will, and conqueror of false histories. There is much more for you to unearth, if you have the heart for the truth, and the will to see it.
Alright, guys, that was a rather interesting cutscene, I'd say. We need to get this. There we go, got our light Reaver back. So, all in all, with that scene, oh, Dark Reaver. What that scene was basically portraying, too, if you haven't guessed it already, was that Raziel was supposed to actually kill Kain there. And as he was, what Kain was talking about is something that happened back in Blood Omen. In the first game, when you start out the game, there is the Tyrant, the Nemesis, crawling across the ways, basically conquering and destroying everything, who was the beloved child, King William. At one point, Mobius allows Kain to journey back in time. Kain kills him, and begins basically this crusade to wipe out all the vampires that we're seeing now. And of course, what Kain was saying there was, it doesn't really make sense because history cannot be altered by a single person just traveling back in time. We, as a single individual, you don't possess the strength or the means to alter time itself. But somehow, time was altered. And so what it is that having, in the game, 2 incarnations of the Soul Reaver Blade allow for a paradox to be created, and through the paradox, time is altered. Come here, you little bugger. And so he was able to alter time and kill William back then because he was compelled to kill William. He's always killed William. at that point in time. So then, we were supposed to kill Kain there, but because, as we all know, we possess a version of the Soul Reaver, and the, I'm trying to get my bearings here too. So we possess a version of the Soul Reaver, and Kain handed us the corporeal version of the Soul Reaver as well. So with the two versions of the Soul Reaver, basically at that moment we were able to choose, come on, what destiny was, whether or not Kain would die, or we would let him live. So Raziel used everything he had, and exerted his own free will upon the time stream, and chose at that moment to alter time and allow Kain to live. I hope you guys are getting this. I understand it. Do not worry, for soon everything will come to full circle. Of course, the one thing that really hasn't been answered yet. Because the Soul Reaver then is just that powerful that it can create the time paradox needed. There we go. Stop stabbing me in the stomach. Spine. I don't really have a stomach, do I? Alright. No, nope. Hey, come here. There we go. Almost there. You know, I think they're trying to stop me from going somewhere. It's always the people who give range weapons that give me the most trouble. My soul. I want it. I hunger for it. And always remember, history abhors a paradox.
Seize him.
Bring it, noobs. Did I kill the other dog? Killed it. Come here. There we go. History abhors the paradox.
Seize him.
But I guess the other thing the game kind of gives you from that cutscene, something that kind of is fundamental throughout the rest of this. Son of a foos. kind of fundamental throughout the rest of the game is that there is no free will in this game. Free will is the illusion that we get to decide, but everything that we do is already predetermined in the game. So, the fact that we were a Seraphant and then became a vampire and then traveled through time back to this point, the reason that we can't change history is because we've always been a part of history. This has always happened. Us traveling backwards through time has changed nothing. And I'm being shot. And that idea, I'm sorry about my commentary, I know it's kind of fading in now. That idea becomes prevalent throughout most of, well, basically the rest of this game, and all of Defiance. Blood Omen, I'm not 100% sure, and I don't think it's really going to come into camera angles. Come into it. But I do think it's an interesting take on history, in terms of the game history. And that's one of the things I'll have to admit always excites me when it comes to gameplay. I always love when the story gets to something like that. Or if the game's just really good, like Dark Souls. Give me my light, Reaver. Okay, here we go.
Ah, yes. I like that look on your face, Mobius. You really don't know what to do now, do you, old man? Here you are, caught without your damned staff. I suspect things aren't progressing quite as you'd hoped. You're not used to the fly turning to confront you in your web, are you?
Kain's devious influence has poisoned your mind, Raziel. Now you see betrayal everywhere, even in your closest allies.
We were never allies, Mobius. Conspirators, perhaps. Briefly.
Why did you not kill Kain when you had the chance? He was at your mercy.
Precisely. I had a choice, and I chose mercy. And now I know your sordid little secret. The significance of that displacement I felt when the two Reavers came together. Strangely enough, I was enlightened by the devious Kain, not by you. In fact, I've learned much more than you counted on. I understand now how you've tried to manipulate all of history for your own personal gain. But now all your little schemes are whirling in ruin around you, aren't they? All because I chose to exert my will for once, rather than obey the demands of sorcerers and spirits and demons, all singing the same tiresome refrain, "Kill Kain." I'm setting my own path from here, Mobius. I intend to discover the truth behind all of this.
But you condemn us all with this impetuous act.
Hardly impetuous. It took all the will I could muster. Has my refusal to kill Kain reshuffled your carefully stacked deck of cards?
You really think that you're exercising your free will, Raziel? You're simply Kain's servant.
I do not serve Kain. I merely did not kill him.
Raziel, do not forget your purpose here. You are destined to be the savior of Nosgoth.
Oh, I'm sick of hearing that particular phrase. As for saving Nosgoth, so far I see precious little reason to bother. And I'll choose my own purpose from here on out, Time Streamer. Right now, I choose to manipulate you for a change. Go. In there.
What are you doing?
Calm down, Mobius. You're a cunning serpent. You'll piece it together, I imagine. This era is of no further use to me. You will operate this device to provide me passage. I want to see the world in a simpler time, before the Sarafan began their crusade.
And what about Kain? You're leaving your quarry behind.
You kill him if it's so damned important.
You need only touch the 2 poles of the switch, and the device will transport you. But I urge you to reconsider.
You've lost your powers of persuasion, old man. Rot here and forget me.
Evil smile! Evil smile! Alright, guys. So you can kind of see there, we've now used the time streaming chamber. We have come here to this point in time. And the reason behind Mobius's devious little smile there and what's going on, we're going to find out next time. So I will see you guys then. If you guys have any comments, suggestions, hints, anything like that, go ahead and feel free to leave a comment. Also, if you are enjoying it, go ahead, leave a like, subscribe, do anything you want. So I'll see you guys next time. Take care.